from the sale of each towel will be donated to the Bowling Foundation. And the Bowling Foundation, the charitable arm for all of bowling and a partner in this week's event. For Bill O'Neill, he had been all strikes after that open frame in the first until that effort in the sixth. And Ritchie-Allen has gone strike spare, strike spare, strike spare.
And if he goes strike spare the entire game, that would be called a Dutch 200 game, Rob.
I'm writing that down as we speak.
Dutch 200. Used to get a patch for that in juniors.
Really?
Yep.
They got patches for a lot of things, don't they?
Bowling's a great sport, buddy. You know, they give you awards for just about
just showing up.
Well, no, you got
to patch for finding the bowling center.
You got to do something. I mean, Bill O'Neill, 18-pin lead, 7th frame, left lane. And I think it was probably a pretty good move to move towards the center part of the lane on the Shark oil pattern. What do you think, Rob?
If it's a strike, it's a good move, if you ask me.
I mean, that's a good 15 boards or more left of where he tried to throw that very first ball. Remember, he left the washout in the first frame.
So Ritchie-Allen trying to continue his quest for a Dutch 200. And it's no longer alive.
Rob, he doesn't want to shoot a Dutch 200.
I understand
because
that.
If he shoots a Dutch 200
he's not going to win.
Right.
Thank you. I appreciate the knowledge that you've handed over to me. Take a look at some of the other finishers this week here in Long Island. Walter A. Williams Jr. at 7, Pete Weber 8, Barnes at 9. Chris Barnes still alive in the Player of the Year race. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the broadcast.
How about Johnny Petraglia? Gets the commissioner's exemption this week and finishes 56th. Johnny's got to be 60 now. Johnny, if you're not 60, I apologize, but I think you're close to 60, Johnny. Johnny's been a dear friend of mine for many, many years, and nice to see him still bowling and still at it. Remember all that good carry I was talking about earlier for Ritchie-Allen?
It's kind of left the house, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's gone. This is called the flat 10, where the 6-pin just kind of lays there dead. Ritchie was looking for a little help from that pin to come over and kick the 10 out.
Grab that way too hard, I just can't wait on it.
And Rob, just to clarify, I've just been informed by our producer that Johnny Petraglia is in fact 62 years old.
Wow. But it looks 60.
But he doesn't look a day over 60. We'll see Johnny next week at the U.S. Open.
Our crack producer, Paul Bronstetter, giving that information. Here's Bill O'Neill, roomed this week with Jason Belmonte and Michael Fagan at Fagan's house.
Oh, no. Get a lot.
We're 1, 2, and 3 seeds all bunking together as O'Neill gets an extremely fortuitous strike in the 8th. We have seen a lot of oh no, oh yeah strikes today. I want to remind you, King of Bowling, powered by Amp Energy, begins Wednesday, April 22nd, 9 Eastern on ESPN2 for a series of consecutive Wednesday nights of PBA action. And that coming your way from Lake Wales, Florida. O'Neill to begin the 9th. Ooh, it weebles and wobbles, but it won't fall down.
Better shot.
Well, 9.5 a spare here. He'll go quietly and wait to see what Ritchie-Allen can do in the 10th frame, but right now Ritchie-Allen needs help from O'Neill.
Not get the help from O'Neill, so it's time for Allen to step up and start dropping some X's.
Bill O'Neill is in the 220s right now. Ritchie-Allen, the best he can shoot, 218. He needs to get them all and needs an opening.
Good shot.
Open frame by Bill O'Neill in the 10th.
Just 3 strikes this game for Allen. Update that to 4.
That one right there might have been the best shot I've made all day. You learn how to do that more often. Just keep. You know, I have to better like that more often.
I love pocking the loogie into the mitts. A little David Ortiz, right, you were talking about. Smack it in there. Rub it in those shoes. Get that grip going.
It's just looking for some traction, my friend.
Back-to-back jacks, just when he needs them. And Allen not going to make that an easy sit for Bill O'Neill.
You look at the last 2 shots that Ritchie's thrown. They look to be a bit cleaner off his hand, a little bit less loft, a little bit faster into the lane. And he said, you know, he worked with PBA Hall of Famer Brian Voss on trying to keep that elbow more to the inside part of the bowling ball at release, thus reducing the early turn and a lot of that up hit and loft.
Drops the 3-bagger. He has another effort.
Makes him mark at least.
Ritchie-Allen gets tipped early, keeps that head nice and still. And there's that great posture and position and balance at the foul line.
He had only 3 strikes entering the 9th frame. He has 3 in a row since. Looking for 4 straight to close match number 2. Try and turn up the heat just a little bit on O'Neill. And Hambo closes with the Hambo.
Yeah, and really nice way to finish for Ritchie-Allen. Bill O'Neill now needs any kind of mark in the 10th frame. And remember what Bill O'Neill did the last time on the right lane. He went Brooklyn. Win a chicken dinner.
That is a mature strike.
And that's from all the experience bowling on television this year, or this season rather. But, you know, I may have to correct myself. I think when we're in New York and somebody goes,
it's not a Brooklyn
crossover. Is it a jersey?
I believe it's a jersey.
It's a jersey.
You should have come to me for that. I have all the logo and the nicknames down pat. Anything gimmicky in bowling, I'm your man.
You should have corrected me, my friend. Sorry. I apologize.
I really wasn't listening to you, much like most of the broadcasts. So. I kid because I care. You know that, Randall, my big lug bowling partner. Well, this is encouraging for O'Neill. Getting started with that open frame and now stringing some strikes together. The always audible Ritchie-Allen will be exiting soon. Good to see Ritchie. Wonderful personality.
And a great week for him. And he's just going to continue to build and keep doing what he's doing because he's on the right path. This Bill O'Neill guy, boy, I'll tell you what, dream season, you're looking at it right there.
237 to 218. So O'Neill moves on to your semifinal match, if you will.